Right. Good morning, everyone. Now, I'm just going to do a bit of a talk on horses and how they think and how they act and how they behave. So this is Hannas. That's Charlie. They've been here now for some months on a specialised type of livery because this horse they thought he had a sleep deprivation disorder. Anyway, so notice I've just turned up and he's just gone for a wee. Why? Because he feels safe that the matriarch's arrived. Now, I've got Charlie in a pen. Now, I have stated this, okay, and this is horse psychology, by the way. Now, this horse has been psycho-bullied by that horse, okay, and that's why every time he sees me, he then goes for a wee. Because that horse, I believe, was the reason of causing him no sleep. Because he's going, you don't sleep, you don't eat, you do exactly what I tell you to do. Now, I've kept big herds of horses my whole life, okay, and I'm quite institutionalised, so I spend all the time with the animals. I have done since I was born, okay, so I can speak from a different point of view to most people, because most people, like, things are just a job. It's not just a job for me. Anyway, so, and I've seen even one of my other polo ponies, Doctora, send a whole herd of horses to the other end of the field and tell them to stand there and not to drink. Now, you know, a lot of people, I mean, I even someone said, oh, you know, they couldn't believe that animals felt empathy. I'm like, are you actually for real? Now, I've not had a problem with this horse. When he first came here, he fell over twice, but that was it. Okay, he'd been suffering from serious colics, everything, but it's because of him. Now, what I've done is I've empowered this horse with my confidence. I always feed him first. Okay, I've done a bit of training with Charlie where, like he stalks him into the corner, that's exactly what I do. So I'll stare at him like a lion. See, now he's going to the toilet because he's going, oh my God. Now that's a fear-based emotion because he's going, uh-oh. Okay, and I'm not into bullying animals or beating animals or anything like that. No bloody way. Quite the opposite. You have to speak to them in their own language. Okay, and it's humans that anthropomorphisize. Okay, so I communicate with these horses through body language, eye contact and movement. And that's the reason he's just gone to the toilet. Because he's gone, oh, I've got to behave now. Yes, now he's become a lot less neurotic since he's been with me. And, you know, it would be the equivalent of basically you spoiling a child to death. And then that spoilt brat taking, you know, out things on another mate, which was Hannas. Okay, so, but now I've noticed with Hannas, because I've empowered him with my confidence, he has started coming back at him. And it's a bit like, you know, with bullies, you have to stand up to them. Now, I can stand here and protect this horse when I'm here. See, now he's going up to him now. Right, now, before, he calls the shots the whole time. But this is why Hannas has got the bigger area. Hannas is the top dog. I always go to Hannas first, okay, and good boy. He's like, yeah. So, in the last week or so, and these will be going out at the end of this month, I've noticed that Hannas has now sort of taken on a bit of my confidence and has basically started going back at Charlie, going, get back in your fucking box, mate. Haven't you, darling? Like I say, it's very important that the horse sorts it out, not the human. And what I mean by that is, you know, I've spoken to this horse, you know, in his own language, which is staring at him like he's a prey animal, I'm a predator, making him stand in the corner just by staring at him. What, darling? Okay, doing the same to him, what he does to him. And this is why this horse, in my opinion, has had no problems really since he's been with me. You know, he's been off of all the drugs, absolutely everything. I had one problem with him when I put him out, where he had a reaction, and I think it was just that he's not used to, you know, high protein grass. He went round and ate things like tree bark and stuff when he's not used to it. You know, these are kept in a serious competition environment, you know, and very expansive animals, so they're not used to what I call a natural environment. But this horse has thrived since he's been with me. You know, he's kept in a horse environment. He's kept on straw bedding. See, Charlie's getting the ump now. I just ignore him. So anything that Charlie starts dramaing, I just ignore him. I just ignore him and walk away. A bit like a child, because any action you give them, it's a reaction. Hannas, look at the state of this. It goes, I've dragged all the hay out. It goes. See, now he's getting quite stroppy, but I just don't react. Just don't react. Just don't react. Anyway, good boy. Do you want to go out, chumps?